for those of you tuning in after the fact, special gathering tonight with our friends from the Pan Mass Challenge and Harpoon Brewery. And I'm waiting for our live guests to show up and hang. Come and hang with me. Yeah, there you are, trickling on in. Gatherers, thanks for coming and hanging out with me tonight. This is a special night. We're partnering with a bunch of folks that aren't usually a part of our gatherings. The community of the Pan Mass Challenge and the community of Harpoon Brewery. We've all combined forces tonight, that's a good trifecta of communities right there. Bringing me back to my days growing up outside of Boston. So that's what this first song is going to be all about. I grew up in the backwoods of a small town, my hometown. Sneak out through the backyard where the boys would be waiting around. We'd go creeping in and that was our time, yeah. Oh, I remember the way that the moon would shine, and all of the mischief done and the lessons learned. The times I kicked on through and the times I was burned. And it's not so far that I can't see. There's still a part of me. It's the highest high. Yeah. But it's the paths we fly. It's an unpaved road, it's a rocky ride. And all I can do is shake my head from side to side. Just 14. Saw her staring at me. It was a look I had never seen. She said it'd be ever so slow as she came around. I remember the way that she laid me down, and all of the wonder and the mystery is a glimpse of the man that I would learn to be. And it's not so far that I can't find her with me all the time. It's the highest high. It's the paths we fly. It's an unpaved road, it's a rocky ride. And all I can do is shake my head from side to side. I'm still keeping time to the things I've left behind. Fill up the tank as I head west out of town. remember this day for the rest of time. It's the highest time. It's the paths we find. It's an unpaved road. It's a rocky ride. And all I can do is shake my head from side to side. Well, okay. I see a lot of people hanging out tonight from Massachusetts and New England, and you have probably heard of the Pan Mass Challenge before. For those of you from other parts around the world and around the country, I want to talk to you a little bit at the beginning of our gathering about why this is a special night for me. The Pan Mass Challenge is an annual bike event. It's a 2-day bike ride. But that doesn't really do it justice. There are don't forget, 10 Billy and Meredith are going to come on and give us the numbers, but there are thousands of bikers. And the coolest thing, riders, pedaling, not on big Harleys. And the coolest thing is there are probably more volunteers at this event than there are riders. And it is an event that has been going on for decades. And it is dedicated to fighting cancer. They raise so many millions of dollars for the Dana-Farber Foundation, fighting cancer. It is kind of staggering and inspiring. And me and my bandies in the Adam Ezra group, we have been kind of volunteering and playing at the Pan Mass Challenge for the last 15 years or something insane like that. And not only are we inspired by what we get to do together as a community during the ride, during that weekend, during the epic weekend that happens every year, but man, the community throughout the rest of the year is amazing. And at any given Adam Ezra group concert around New England, there are usually a handful of PMC riders or volunteers. And so for those of you riders in our gathering tonight, cheers. It's an honor to be playing music for you, as it always is. Fix that. You can't stay or you can run. Either way you got miles to go. I can hear you crying, but you know you don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna fight the fight, yeah. And you say you wonder why, already know. Dear Miss Hallelujah, would you take our fortunes, please? And we're all just trying to move, yeah, put every kind on days like these. It's a city that never sleeps. I can feel it rattle in its cage. But beauty sometimes hides in the strangest of places. Dear Miss Hallelujah, take our photons, please. And we're all just trying to move you, 'cause every kind for days like these. You gotta step out on your own sometimes, yeah. Gotta make it feel like home sometimes, 'cause it's all you're gonna own. This life is gonna knock you up and down. You gotta bleed to make it right. Dear Miss Hallelujah, would you take off for chance, please? These comments, for those of you who have not gathered with us before, welcome. We do this every night, believe it or not. We do this every night. It is our way of, in some ways, coping with the things that we deal with and staying connected while we can. And there are so many comments that happen throughout a gathering that I can't really follow them. I see lots of clapping right there, and that always warms the heart. But I am sensing a whole lot of love out there, and that's something that also feels like Pan Mass Challenge weekend. There is so much love between all of the volunteers and riders and organizers and everybody, and it's a contagious thing to be a part of. In an age when that word contagious is usually not used in a positive way. In fact, I'm going to play a song right now called Let Your Hair Down, and we wanted, when we released, we wanted to make a video, and we wanted to do some good for some folks that were struggling through cancer treatment, and the first person that I called was one of the folks that I'm about to talk to, a gal named Meredith Starr. Her husband Billy Starr started the Pan Mass Challenge, and they are like a superhero duo together, and they're a big reason that video happened. And well, I'm gonna play this song, and then we're just gonna call them. We're gonna call them and hang out a little bit. You're sweet like a melon, sly like a felon. I've been watching you dance all night. This party's slowing. How about going? Walk with me outside. stars are out. It's a perfect sky. Come on, what if we only every night? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the right time. You can't wait to stop this run around. Come on, let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. I'm a whiskey drinker, a late night thinker. Now I've been wanna figure you out. I like tea with my honey, and I don't have much money, but I can show you what life is about. World's as big as we can dream. What if we only every night? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the right time. You and me to stop this run around. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. And I may not look like much, my tattered rags and suds. Look at wrong dressed in white. And I may not run in your pack, but I will get your back. What if we only had a night? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the right time. You and me to stop this running around. What if we only every night? What if we never see the sunrise? I don't want to wait for the right time. You made to stop this run around. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. Let your hair fall down. Yeah, let your hair fall down. Let it fall down. Woo! That's one of the songs that I like to share the most, probably during this this gathering. We've done 90 something of these already, and as many times as I sing that, every time I play it, I'm like, yeah, I should play this more often. All right, what do you think? Should we call Billy and Meredith, see what they're up to, chat with them a little bit? I'm really excited for this. Okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna get them ready. Boom. Okay. And let's dial them up. Woo! Every time I play it, I'm like, yeah, I should play this more. I hear you in the background. I know you answered.
We're ready.
Nice. Meredith, help Billy turn his camera on again.
What the heck?
Oh, right there.
Okay, Boomer.
Yeah.
I'm a little shy. I'm a little shy.
Yeah, you are. Yep, sure. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you for joining us at the gathering. This is an awesome night to get to share all of our communities together.
Thank you. We're thrilled to be here. Thank you.
You guys are such an inspiring team. And now let me see if I am remembering this right, Billy. Last year, you guys raised something like $63 million during your ride to help fight cancer. And COVID happens, and you can't do this ride, this epic fundraising ride, the biggest thing. Is it the biggest cancer fundraiser in the country, in the world?
In the world.
Oh my gosh. So, one of the things I love about you guys is that this community you're part of is so powerful, and you refused to fold up shop. You decided to innovate, and you created the PMC Reimagined. And I want you to tell some of the people that don't have any experience with the PMC what that means. And Meredith, come a little closer because you're looking blurry to me right now. Oh, there you are. Hi.
Okay. We have our beer front and center as well.
There you go. Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
So, of course, as most people in the country are aware, you can't meet in groups. The PMC is a mass event, obviously. 10,000 riders and volunteers, over 12 routes and 360 miles of infrastructure. For the first time in 41 years, it will not happen that way. But this is an extremely passionate and dedicated group to our mission, which has never changed. We raise money for cancer research at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute in Boston. So since 1980, we've donated $717 million. Last year's gift of $63 million was made up of 350,000 donors. So the 6,800 riders who registered this year, they've got a great impact. And they all understand that, as we're fond of saying, there's a lot riding on us. So even though we can't gather in large groups, everyone will be in their 2020 PMC jersey. They will be interpreting their ride, their virtual ride, their reimagined weekend as they see fit. All over the country, and I could say to people, PMC is from 46 states and 15 countries, though primarily an 80% Massachusetts event. But on that weekend, if we could have little ladybugs on, I just see the grid. People are going to be riding all over the United States and beyond, which is a pretty cool image because, frankly, I suppose I could wrap up my comment. That's what it's going to take to defeat cancer. You need everybody in and a ton of money. We've built an engine that can do that. So everyone will be doing it on their own, and whatever monies, we had an original goal of 65 million, not just COVID, but the economic downturn is likely going to impact. So I will say, take my moment with the audience to say, be a PMC virtual rider. No registration fee, no fundraising minimum. But if you care about funding cancer research, and by the way, we guarantee that 100% of every rider raised dollar or virtual rider will be passed through for our 14th consecutive year. So we invite, the way to make up this loss is to have more people involved. And when I say involved, we appreciate everyone who writes a check, but just ask someone to give to your campaign. Very few people say no to cancer research. And Dana-Farber is a global brand. That which they do there is exported to the world. So let's knock out cancer, as well as everything else we need to knock out over the next 6 months.
Well, I love your passion for this cause, and it's a cause that has touched everybody, obviously, and so much of my fan community is connected to your cause as well. The thing that inspires me most, I probably in life, is that I keep learning that grassroots community has the power to see us through the worst things that we face. And man, just this image, there is so much love within your community that you guys have created. And just a picture on PMC weekend or week or whenever it is, just to picture this army of thousands of people, right, posting and raising money and caring about a mission together. That is not only about what you all are contributing to the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, but it is supporting what we need most, I think, right now in the world, which is hope. Hope that when we come together, we can do incredible things and overcome incredible things. And man, I feel so lucky to have you both as my friends, and I'm so glad that you decided to come on. Meredith, I was telling them about our video excursion together. You were amazing. Meredith was one of my first calls when we were thinking about the Let Your Hair Down video, and most of the people in that room, if you watch that music video, Meredith helped organize. And are there shots? Are you guys on camera? Because you guys were both dancing your faces off all day.
Yeah, we barely got it.
Billy's on the cutting room
I'm
floor.
on it, yeah.
I'm waiting for 1 second.
Yeah.
It's not about that. Honestly,
Definitely not about us, because
was
our best dance moves are behind us. But it was a great day.
that day in a blizzard with 25 cancer survivors, the audience, it was the most moving experience, and everyone who was present will remember that always. Little kids up to, octogenarians. It was really incredible.
Yeah, to give Adam his rightful plug with his own crowd, if you haven't seen the video, you should, because he blends the lyrics, the beautiful tune, with a cancer community, which was a PMC community and is a PMC community. It's a pretty powerful song.
It's brilliant,
Yeah.
and it's honestly, of course, one of my favorites. But I get choked up every time you
Okay,
sing
no
it.
crying on camera.
Right.
Okay.
That's okay. Meredith, it's okay. We all cry at the gatherings. I've cried. Everybody cries sooner or later.
Every single time you sing that song, it's
And people should know that Adam, like so many people, has contributed his talent for, I think, like 10 years when he can.
more.
Before he was such a rock and roll star that we had to like juggle schedules, but
Huge.
whenever he could.
Very huge.
He played live, and he's always well received, and even takes Meredith and myself on stage to make fools of ourselves, which is fine.
I love it.
PMC loves Adam Ezra Group.
Well,
Period.
Yeah.
We love you.
The feeling is mutual, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and we're going to be talking to some of the fellas from Harpoon later on in the gathering. And so even though you won't be on camera, I know you'll be sticking around. Thanks so much for joining me, and honored to be connected to you.
Thank you. Love
Thank
you.
you, Adam.
See
Keep
you
up the
guys.
good work.
Woohoo!
Aw. My friends. That was really fun for me. Man, I feel so lucky. I got to hang out with Stephen Kellogg earlier this week. Just musicians, activists, to be surrounded by so many good people. And there are so many of you gatherers that are making a difference in your worlds too. It fills me up. Should we play some music? I'm gonna switch to the piano. I feel like we should do some piano today. I'm gonna switch to the piano. Ready? All right. Pointing on the mic. Don't go anywhere. Coming around. All right. Can you see me? At some point, as the gathering grows, there will be some kind of, that transition will be a lot less awkward. There'll be a hydraulic lift that just flips me into the keyboard spot. You gatherers know this. I've been scrambling for a title on this song, and I think I'm leaning towards All This Time. Felt like it was an appropriate one today. Could have been something lit on fire. Could have had love, could have held lightning under your glove. Don't it all slip by? Could have held oceans right in your hand. Man, you could ride, could have turned endless, lifting the tide. Don't it all slip by? If you never try. But you still have time to start again, stronger than you've ever been. You still have me, you never knew. All this time I still believe in you. You could be summer, fly like the rain. You could drive fast, glide like a bullet, feeling no pain. Don't it all slip by? You could be a healer, yeah. Maybe it's fate. You could be all of our heroes, come to our rescue. You could be great. Don't it all slip by? If you never try, but you still have time to start again, stronger than you've ever been. You still have me, you never knew. All this time I still believe in you. So start tonight, come on, come on. Whoa. So start tonight, come on, come on. Whoa. So start tonight, come on, come on. Whoa. So start tonight, come on, come on. Whoa, yeah. It's you still have time to start again, stronger than you've ever been. You still and me, you never knew, yeah. All this time, you still have time to start again, stronger than you've ever been. You still have me, you never knew. All this time, I still believe in you. Cheers. Let me just peek over. Make sure. Okay, we're still shooting. We're still doing okay. All right, I'm gonna play my my brand new song on this piano that I love playing, and then I'm gonna play a song on that guitar, and then let's have the guys from Harpoon Brewery come and join us and talk about the way that they are contributing to the Pan Mass Challenge and the cancer fight this year. For those of you that haven't gathered with us before, if you are, if there are aspects of this pandemic that get you angry, the way our leaders have handled containing the virus and trying to save lives, then this song might connect with you. I ain't gonna pull down my mask to take a shot from a stranger's flask. You can lace it so the pleasure lasts. Might as well chase it with the shotgun blast. They die quick in the city I abandoned. Hide out, heal up in the canyon. Ain't gonna put trust in the man spending my money on another fake tan. It's your love I'm breathing. Wish I was up and leaving. Yeah, I was damned when I made your list. Cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling. Like the best I'm falling. I can't run, I cannot resist. Cut down by the devil's kiss. Don't forget, I am not a forgiver. Where was the plan while you were watching us shiver? It's a bad hand and it won't be delivered by the man who says, son, double down on the river. You know it's bad when the lungs get thick. It tears down the tenements brick by brick. I'd rather drive with the drunk ditch digger with his foot on the gas and his hand on the trigger. It's your love I'm breathing. Wish I was up and leaving. Yeah, I was damned when I made your list. Cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling. Like the rest I'm falling. I can't run, I cannot resist. Cut down by the devil's kiss. And the candle burns low like a dancer. And the prophecy of vandals lurk like a cancer. It's a scandal beyond belief, man, to see what the devil sees. People either preach loud like a scholar or hold signs fists up like a brawler. I know better than to listen to the caller standing on the box just to call himself taller. The party's over when you get the bill. Look down at the floor at the blood you spilled. Bending the truth in a real-time thriller. Watching the news just to face my killer. It's your love I'm breathing. Wish I was up and leaving. Yeah, I was damned when I made your list. Cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling. Like the rest I'm falling. I can't run, I cannot resist. Cut down by the devil's kiss. I ain't gonna pull down my mask to take a shot from a stranger's flask. You can lace it so the pleasure lasts. Might as well chase it with the shotgun blast. Cheers. Coming around. Don't go nowhere. Okay. Hi. You still here? I'm gonna play this next song and then we're gonna talk to some of the fellas from Harpoon Brewery who have supported the Pan Mass Challenge in the fight against cancer for many years now, and are doing some pretty cool things this year to continue that fight, even though the way we can fight has changed. You've got to stop. Come on like a hurricane wind. You got a spark that lights the fire that never ends. And in the times when hope is gone, you give me the strength to carry on. I know our path is long, but I believe you got a light. Rise up like the dawning restless day. You got a voice when there are no words to say. You do everything you do, and I'll be watching out for you. I know our path is true, 'cause I believe in the strength of one. I believe in a change to come. I believe that there's never been an easy way. And I will walk through the wind and the rain, and I know you will do the same, 'cause I believe. Yeah, I'll stand with you now. When your heart beats in a crowd, I'll stand with you now. When your soul, it screams out loud. Yep, everything you do, you know I'll be watching out for you. I know our path is true, 'cause I believe. I believe in the strength of one. I believe that a change will come. I believe that there's never been an easy way. And I walk with you in the road, and I know you will do the same, 'cause I believe. I'ma stand on the top of the mountain, raise my hands to the fire. I will not back out on the cover. I will not back down from the fight. I will make my voice a hurricane, yes, set my soul alive. I will not stop, I will not stop, I will not stop, 'cause I believe. Yeah, I believe, yeah. I believe in the strength of one. I believe in a change to come. I believe that there's never been an easy way. I will walk through the wind and rain, and I know you will do the same, 'cause I believe. I believe. I believe. This is a fun night so far. Okay, so let's talk to some friends from Harpoon Brewery. What do you think? This is really cool. We are going to, I think, if all goes as planned. In a second, I'm going to be talking to Dan, the CEO and founder of Harpoon Brewery, and Jamie, the vice president of quality. Both have been PMC riders in the past. I think I hear that Jamie is a pretty hardcore PMC rider, like 16 years in. I think he's got a couple years on me, as a matter of fact. And he's a rider. He's doing the hard work. I'm just strumming a guitar, you know. But let's see. Let's see if we can call them up. I think they're over at the brewery right now. And, as always, bear with me. Okay, we're ready. And here we go. Woo! Yeah! you are. How you doing?
Great. How are you doing, Ezra?
Doing good. So this is Dan. What's going on, man? And Jamie, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
For those of you watching, Dan is on the left, and Jamie is on the right. Dan, you are one of the.
Right.
And I have a little bit of background on you guys, but usually when I have guests on this show, we get a chance to like hang out a little bit before the night starts and chat a little bit. We didn't get to do that before tonight. I so appreciate you guys taking the time to come on to our gathering and hang out with our community here.
Thank you. Oh, we're lucky because something just happened, so all of a sudden we can hear you.
Oh my gosh!
The first 75% of that we really couldn't hear you, but I think you want to probably talk. Should we introduce ourselves for 1 minute here?
Yes, absolutely. I told them a little bit about you, but you know what, Dan? Maybe it would be great for you to start off. I'm from Boston, so Harpoon is a household name already, and we have a lot of Boston people, Massachusetts people, New England people that all know you. But actually, at the gatherings, and we'll talk about the Pan Mass Challenge because that's why you guys are here. But there are people around the world that watch this every single night, and some of them may not know about Harpoon Brewery. So I know you're the founder. So I want just tell folks a little bit about how you got started.
Sure. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, and thank you for what you do. Man, I'm going to be tuning into this every night. I started the company 34 years ago this month. We had Massachusetts Brewing License 001. We were just frustrated beer drinkers. We love beer. We love bringing people together about beer. Our motto has been love beer, love life forever. We've been involved with the PMC for 22 years, so almost 2/3 of our existence we've been partnered with what I consider to be the gold standard for doing good in this world, which is what really stars pull together. Yeah. And way more interesting than me is actually the guy to my left, your right,
Jamie
Shear.
Jamie, 16 years? 16 years?
PMC.
Is that right? 16 years?
This will be my 18th year, actually, Adam. And, my story is a lot like everybody who's listening story that knows about the PMC. It started in a place of sadness. I had a friend, a college roommate who, lost a battle with cancer, and his life looked a lot like my life, except for this one critical difference. He had lymphoma and won 3 times, but lost the 4th time. And in 2002, I was kind of stomping around work one day mad because I had just gotten the news that I'd lost this great friend of mine. And my coworker, Fitz Granger, said, "What's your problem? Why are you being such a jerk?" And I told him the whole story. And he said, "Well, if you feel like you want to do something about it, maybe you should get involved in this event that we as a brewery have been involved in for the last 4 or 5 years." And he said, "It's called the Pan Mass Challenge." And I had never heard of it before because I was new to New England at that time. Once I started to look into it, I got intrigued and got drawn in. And over the last 17 years, the people I've met and the experiences that I've had have taken, starting from a place of sadness to a place of joy. Like PMC weekend every year is the best weekend of the year because I get to see this huge community of passionate people who share a mission, who support one another, who are good to one another, and who are doing something to, make the world a better place. And
to fight back.
Yeah, I started out aggravated and frustrated. Now I feel fortunate and blessed to be able to have this community as a part of my life. And the PMC people, they really become my family.
Hey, Adam, I've only done it 5 times. I'm a rookie compared to Jamie.
Yeah, you slacker.
Team Sweet Annie this year for 2 dear people we lost in the last year. But I asked Jamie what he's been doing this recently and asked him what he did this past week. And I think Billy might like to hear what Jamie did on Sunday because there's no actual PMC this year. So what he and a couple of guys did this Sunday.
One of the great things about PMC is that there's a lot of traditions and a lot of culture that are baked into the event. Supporting Dana-Farber is one of them. The 3 o'clock party ferry back from Provincetown, some of you guys might have heard of a little bit. And so I gathered a small group of my friends, and we came here to downtown Boston Sunday morning at 8 a.m. We gathered at the Harpoon Brewery. We left here and we went to visit Black Falcon Terminal, which is where the ferry brings us all back in. From there, we rode to Dana-Farber, and we were able to stand in the middle of Binney Street in front of the bronze statue of Jimmy, the kid who kind of inspired the whole Jimmy Fund thing. We took some pictures. Then we rode down to Cherry Street in Rentham. We have a family that there that kind of got the whole Cherry Street phenomenon of PMC started. It's a street in one town where every family comes out to the driveway and cheers the riders on. It's an amazing, uplifting experience, and we got to visit with those folks. And then we rode to a couple other places that have a lot of meaning to us and finished up at home, drinking a few beers and cheering each other on.
That's the PMC.
I'm such a believer in the power of community to shape the world that we live in, and I believe in the power of community to help us innovate when we're struggling together. And the PMC Reimagined this year that was what they were reimagining, right, Jamie? Thousands of riders around the country continuing to make an impact, even though the physical ride can't happen. And I hear that you guys are doing something really special, not just having to do with a bike ride anymore. You're taking it to another level this year, and I want you to tell our gatherers a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we have our Harpoon IPA, which you're drinking out in Utah. I think you're the only person quiet because we're not licensed in Utah, so enjoy those and then dispose of them out of state. But we've rebranded our Harpoon IPA, which has been around since 1993. It's our flagship. And we're donating a minimum of $15,000 in July, and we're going to try to go above that based on sales of Harpoon IPA. Basically, the whole month of July, we're donating from our sales of our flagship to the PMC. In addition to that, we are donating, what did you tell us? That it's 2 kegerators? Yeah. 2 kegerators. We're going to raffle off full of kegs of Harpoon IPA. We're going to kind of have some fun with that, too.
I want to be in that raffle.
Outside beer garden down here. It's all going to be the PMC the whole month for us.
Right on. Well, man, I'll tell you what. I want to thank you guys for coming and joining our gathering and talking a little bit. And but more importantly, I just want to thank you for being people that are running a business that care about more than the business. And I think our world these days especially needs more examples like you guys as leaders for our other leaders to follow.
Thanks, Adam. And we look forward to having a beer with you back in the beer hall.
You got it, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out.
Cheers, Jamie.
Cheers.
Woo!
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
That was fun. I feel like a professional TV host today. Well, gatherers, I had plans. For you tonight that involved not only talking to all those awesome people, but also I have a list of songs, most of which I didn't get to, including a song that I've never shared before. But you know what? That's the cool thing about the gathering. There's going to be one tomorrow, so we'll just do it tomorrow. I love how many y'all are here, and I'm inspired by the people that I get to connect to in my life. There are links to Harpoon Brewery and the PMC. Please check out both. Get involved in the Pan Mass Challenge community, whether it's making a donation, or maybe it's doing a ride of your own, or maybe like me, when the world tips back upright, you can become an annual volunteer. You know, that's how we do it. That's how we change the world, one little tiny insignificant person at a time. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us nothing we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we have. These moments pass lightly, they will not come again. May our lives all burn brightly right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. That we share. Man, this was a fun night, and it was cool. It's so cool to Harpoon guys, even though they didn't exactly know where I am. That's okay. They still ship me out. A 6-pack for tonight. But we have a sponsor at the Gathering series, an awesome company called Well Told. And I'm usually drinking out of a Well Told mug, and so actually this gave me the opportunity as a final send off. I got to christen my Well Told flask for a for a final toast to you all. Thanks for doing so many good things for the world in all the different ways that you do them. I feel really humbled and lucky to be a part of this community. Cheers. Woo! Did you hear the raven back there? They're telling me it's time to go. Thanks to Judy and Kim. Kim, a PMC rider, by the way. for helping us out at Adam Ezra Group and Rally Sound. And man, I got lots more stuff to share with you. We're just gonna have to do this again. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another, and I'll see you tomorrow.